Hola culés, how is everybody doing today? I hope you guys are doing amazing. I am doing just fine. PSG destroys Real Madrid 4-0. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? A life comes at you really, extremely, I should say, extremely fast. Everyone and everybody and their mother whose name on Twitter or on X was Real Madrid fans, Madridistas, were just making so much fun. Oh my gosh, they were just embarrassing, right? What an embarrassment, Leo Messi, because he lost 4-0 to PSG, and basically it's a team of retired people, right? So everyone's retired in that team, like Busquets, Jordi Alba. In that team, let's be honest, Leo Messi is the only player who can literally do something for Inter Miami. Oh, they're making so much fun. I say, guys, literally, I'm not lying to you when I say this. This is why I'm making this stream, because I am so excited. I'm just so happy. For the life of me, I can't understand it. I saved like 4 tweets of Real Madrid accounts, the Marios of the Real Madrid RM or whatever these accounts are for X. They were literally laughing, and let's all laugh at Real Madrid, right? Well, let's all laugh at Real Madrid, but they were saying let's all laugh to Inter Miami. We are gonna be laughing at Real Madrid in this show, guys. Get in the chat, guys. Do it right freaking now. Seriously, like, oh my goodness, like I said this on a couple of videos. I said I'm not impressed by Xavi Alonso. They haven't really faced anything. Now, to be fair to Real Madrid, a lot of teams would have, just crumbled against this PSG team. This PSG team, like, let's be honest, on like 50%, right? They weren't even playing like 100%. Like, they weren't even playing the way they played in Inter Milan in the final for the UEFA Champions League. Tonight, they look like they had an extra gear. Like tonight, they look like if they had to score 5 goals, if they had to score 6 goals, they would have got them. It's just the way that game went. They okay. So if we get into the game, this PSG team, honestly, just physically, right? They look incredibly fast. And if we get into the game, I'm gonna say this to Real Madrid. There are few things that I've noticed, right? Is one, I see Xavi Alonso's blueprint. But the issue with this game was PSG, kind of like with Luis Enrique, they kind of cracked the code on how to play against the press, how to play against the low press, and they just know how to come back. And they knew Real Madrid was trying to press in the beginning of the game, but they didn't have the guys. They didn't have the guys to press. And when you're pressing, this is why I grade what Hansi Flick has done so greatly, guys. Because when you're pressing, if you're not a good pressing team, you're going to suffer in the back end. And that's exactly what happened to Real Madrid in every single goal. Every time was basically Kvaratskhelia, was even Desert Dewey on the right, wasn't even having a great game. Desert Dewey wasn't having a great game, and he was still making things happen for this game. That's the issue that Real Madrid has right now. Just on defense, they are still trying. Okay, I thought they were going to play the 4-4-2, but they literally came out and the kind of lineup, and they went like 4-3-3 with 3 attackers out front. You really are just letting a lot to be desired. And what you're saying is, with Vinicius Jr., with Mbappé, with Gonzalo Garcia, right? He's a stud, right? What you're saying is, we're going to play you 1-for-1. We're going to play you punch for punch. And when you disrespect you gave PSG by playing them 1-for-1, I actually thought, to give the Real Madrid credit, I actually thought that they were actually going to respect PSG. I thought that they were actually going to play the typical Real Madrid we see most of the time in the UEFA Champions League. I thought it was going to be 4-2-2, and I thought it was going to be Real Madrid playing more defense than offense. But the way they did it, it was like they didn't care. It was they were playing up against PSG. And PSG, bro, oh my goodness, they came like a freaking avalanche. They came like a freaking storm. So guys, get in the chat, right? There's 30 of you. Let me see how many likes we got. 4 likes, guys. Come on. I don't want to ask you guys to like up the stream, but guys, like up the stream, subscribe to the channel, right? So we can grow this community. There's 30 of you. I appreciate every single one of you. Let me read the chat, and guys, get in the chat. So this is us. This is our space. Let's have fun with this Real Madrid's demise. I told them I'm not impressed. I knew as soon as they would face somebody who really cared about this tournament, like a Chelsea, like a City, like a PSG, this is exactly what they were going to get. But yeah, so Catalan says, this is Tebas blog. Nico moved to Barca. Have very scared. Okay, so yeah, I am going to be giving my thoughts about Tebas. Some of you already watched my video that I posted yesterday. It got over 1,000 views, which is a lot for my channel. And it was basically my thoughts on Tebas. But I am going to be talking about Tebas after we talk about this Real Madrid game. So guys, bear with me. I will be talking about everything that circles around Barcelona right now. There's a lot of news. There's this kid that Barcelona wanted to go after from Juventus, and I guess now the news came out that he is going to be, I think they're just going to let him go. So, yeah, we're going to be talking about that too. So, Brandon, what is up, my guy? Barca Volume. I told Will that they would get smacked, but damn, my words were pity compared to what they really got. Yeah, honestly, man, I told Will that if there's a game, right? If there's a team that can beat this PSG, I thought it'd be Real Madrid. But I thought they were gonna be strategic. I thought they were actually gonna play defense. I thought they were actually going to use their typical lineup they do when they play in the Champions League, where they want to play defense first. Against this team with Hakimi on one side, with Nuno Mendes on the other side, with the Dewey, with Kvaratskhelia, with Dembele, dude. This team is too fast, bro. Let's be honest, guys. The only team. This is why I'm so bummed that Barcelona didn't make it to the final, man. God damn it. I wanted to see Barcelona against this PSG team. I wanted to see how we stack up against this team. I just wanted to see it. Even if we would have gotten beat, I wanted to see it because deep down in my heart, I strongly believe that this Barca team could at least compete to this PSG team. And no other team right now has been able to compete. I know Botafogo beat PSG, but the only reason why that happened is because it was the element of surprise. PSG has no idea who Botafogo is. They knew they were just going to walk the pitch, the whole freaking first facet of the tournament, and just make it through. And now when the rubber needed to meet the road, even up against Real Madrid, what do? 4-0. After they were all laughing at Inter Miami, right? Life comes at you fast, guys. Everyone, each and every one, a single one of you watching, life comes at you really fast. And take that into your life. And everyone who laughed at PSG, Real Madrid fans, hold that, as Will would say. Hold that. That's all I got to say. So yeah. So get in the chat, guys. I'm going to read you guys before I get into the game. I want to get into, as you can see here, I'm gonna get into everything that happened in this game real quick. But, hey, Madrid will win the World Cup Xavi Ball. Okay. I want to say something to everyone watching. Like the stream, guys, so we can get to more people and we can see this number up here go up. So, I think Real Madrid made a huge mistake. I think Real Madrid put all their eggs into the World Cup basket, and they got 80 million euros. I thought that Real Madrid could have gotten the 80 million euros just walking around in this tournament without having to sacrifice paying 10 million euros so that Trent Alexander-Arnold can be part of this team before the Club World Cup. I didn't think that it was a good idea to sacrifice Jude Bellingham's shoulder so that they can play in this tournament. And now Jude Bellingham has to get a surgery tomorrow or the next day, and then he's going to miss like 6 or 7 games in La Liga, which is going to be huge. They need every single ounce of Jude Bellingham they can get. That's another issue that the Real Madrid wanted to win this tournament so bad, and they went all out about it to the point to where they even sacrificed an injury from Jude Bellingham. I thought that that was ridiculous. But you guys let me know in the chat what you think about that. And at the end of the day, you don't win it. You win some money, but you don't win the big money, and you sacrifice your team basically. So Madrid can't manage PSG press. Barcelona press is way better than PSG. Yes, Barcelona's bread and butter. Okay, Hansi Flick pressing, good on the ball. The only thing that PSG can do better than Barca, to be honest with you, is defend. They can defend, actually defend a lot more than Barca would. To be quite honestly, be more objective about it. Okay, so that's the one thing that I thought that they would have over Barca if they were meeting a potential final. That was the only thing that would scare me, which is what I said. PSG is gonna win the Champions League because everything that Barca did to Milan, PSG can do to Milan, but PSG plays better defense, and that's why I knew. I actually made $300 because I went and bet that that PSG was gonna win that game, and I won some money. But yeah, they got a top team, so it's gonna be tough to beat PSG next season. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, guys. It's just gonna be really tough to beat PSG next season. Guys, 53 of you. Wow, that's a record for me. So guys, please like the stream. 19 likes. If we can get more likes, I'll get to more people so they can subscribe to our community. They really compare Pedri to Bellingham. Jude was invisible. Yeah, one of my criticism with Jude Bellingham is that he tends to disappear in long stretches of the game. Pedri is the opposite. Pedri wants to control the middle. He wants to have the ball. To me, I think it's an unfair comparison, not to Pedri. It's actually to Jude, because Jude doesn't play the same position as Pedri does. So it's unfair that they're comparing him to Pedri. To me, he's the best in the world. Only second, he's only the only one second to him will be Vitinha. Vitinha is more comparable to Pedri than Jude Bellingham, in my opinion. So yeah, so Catalan. In my opinion, one of Mbappé or Vini has to leave. They can't play together. So funny enough, Catalan, I made a video on my channel about Vinicius Jr. being finished, and I didn't have the guts to post it. I actually think that the best move Florentino Perez can make is to sell Vini. Vini is a liability. He's a shell of himself. He doesn't have, he still thinks he's a superstar, but he's not playing like a superstar. And every time he's got that attitude. Every time he has to say something. Every time everything has to go through him. You can see that his fastball, it's not there no more. I don't know. Like, something is missing here. And honestly, I think that I would go with Mbappe. I would put Rodrigo on the left wing. Mbappe as a number 9. And I would just go with the 4-4-2, but they're not gonna do it, bro. And that's good for Barca, to be honest. It's good for Barcelona. Barca volume. I told Will that they would get smacked. My words were pity. I think I read this one already. Let's see. I'm gonna try to go fast, okay, so we can get to some Barcelona news as well. Guys, like up the stream for me, please. I really appreciate it. Prime Madrid is back, or was back. Yeah, so I went on Will. Okay, so on Will's show, right, Football Mania, and somebody commented like, this Barca volume guy, he's even when we're playing good, he's talking smack about Real Madrid, because I said that PSG was going to beat Real Madrid. I texted Will like, Will, are you okay? Because oh my God, he's at the game. He didn't have a watch alone because he was at the game. And what a day, right? What a debut for my man Will, Football Carnage. Man, my thoughts and prayers for you, buddy. You, the first time you went to watch your favorite club and they get smacked in the face 4-0, dude. I honestly, I do feel kind of sorry for Will. He's a great guy. Morgan, it says, let's be honest, Madrid can't win. They need to sell all the players and start new. Okay, that's a little extreme. Selling all their players, it's a little crazy. But I would say they just need to make something radical. Something radical has to change. The defense is not good enough. And most people on Twitter, Madridistas, are blaming what happened tonight on the fact that they didn't have Dinghausen. To me, that's ridiculous. Pacho was not there for PSG either, and they couldn't score a lick. And honestly, Dinghausen does mean a lot more than Pacho means to PSG. But even with Dean, right? Even with Dean is not a big physical presence who is just going to make a wall for you like Van Dijk would do for Liverpool. He's a big presence, big physical body, and I think that would be a huge, right? But Dean, I don't know. Like they're just saying that this happened because Dean is not there, so they're just letting themselves off the hook. Which to me, that's the wrong attitude. If you want to grow in life, you gotta be more harsh and you want to be more critical with yourself. Hmm. That's just my opinion. Barca will cook Madrid if they continue like this. They will be champions next season. This season, yeah. So I actually do think that nothing has changed, even with Xavi there. If anything, Real Madrid is just gonna be more offensive. They're gonna play more offensively. They're gonna have to. They want to try to have the ball, right? They want Jude Bellingham. They want the Valverdes. They want Arda Güler. The only reason why they have Arda Güler right now there is because they want to possess and they want to press. Barcelona, Xavi Alonso wants to do the same thing that Flick did to Barca. Okay, he wants to show up on his first season. He wants them to automatically start pressing, automatically start having the ball, and it's just not going to work that way. It's not going to be that easy. Okay, so that to me, I think it's better that Real Madrid doesn't press because they're not a good pressing team. People think that you can just tell players to go press and they're just automatically going to do it. That doesn't work that way. Real Madrid are very lucky today. PSG players got tired because of the number of matches. Yeah, and they also played during the day. Let's remember that. Here in America, dude, right now, I have an AC going right now, so sorry if there's a background noise. But right now, outside, it's 101 degrees outside in LA. So these players were playing in that kind of weather. So Madrid was lucky. This was not a night game, which, by the way, I should just say that right off the bat. Why is the Club World Cup not being played at night? I just don't get it. Like, why is it not played at night? Why do the players have to suffer? This is one of the reasons why I'm up against this Club World Cup to begin with. Like, the players are super tired. They just came off of a big season, and now we're throwing them into the fire, like literally fire. It's so hot out, and we expect them to perform at a high level. This should be night games all throughout, and they didn't do it. I don't know why. And now we're seeing injuries left and right. And to me, this Club World Cup, it's a joke, man. I'm just gonna say that. Like, we all knew, right? The pinnacle of club football is the UEFA Champions League. The more that things change, the more they stay the same. Everybody was glorifying this cup because we saw Fluminense, because we saw so many upsets here and there. Yeah, at the end of the day, guess what? The best team in the world won the Champions League, and that team is PSG. We just have to hold that. Even as a Barca fan, I just have to be honest and say PSG is the best team in the world right now because we didn't get a chance to play them. I actually think we have a fair shot to beat PSG, but we didn't get a fair chance. We couldn't play defense against Inter Milan, and we can't. Now we don't know. So why are we playing the Club World Cup when we already know who the best team in the world is? And mark my words, in 4 years from now, it's not even going to matter. Whoever wins the Champions League that year was most likely going to win the Club World Cup in 4 years. The other 3 years are not going to matter a lick. It's just whoever is that best team in the UEFA Champions League. It's the pinnacle of football, club football. Why are we playing a Club World Cup? Like, PSG is going to win it, even up against Chelsea, who it's a more tougher opponent. They're still going to beat Chelsea. I'm going to be surprised if they don't. Yes, I wanted to see us against PSG as well. I'm just honest, waiting for the list of excuses. That was funny, man. I recently got into your channel. I need us to patch for Mitoma for me a left wing, Mateta for more depth and attack. Ferran and Lewa are from injured, and Dumfries for the right. I mean, yeah, we're gonna talk about Barca here in just a second. I'm just gonna finish on Real Madrid, guys, and bear with me for just a second, okay? Please like this stream, guys. I appreciate you guys. There's new subscribers, and I want to thank you for subscribing to the channel. Dumfries can take right wing if Jamal needs rest. Okay. Running back if Kunde gets. Yeah, I don't mind Dumfries for Barca. I'll give my quick thoughts on that in just a little bit. Um, Cabara surprised me when in for him. Yeah, yeah. Xavi is here. Ha ha ha. I mean, Xavi is doing some great things, guys. To be fair, okay. Real Madrid did look better. I think the last couple. I mean, this tournament, Real Madrid has been turning it up a notch, but not enough to compete against Barca. I just can't wait till Barca plays them again, guys. Are you guys just as excited as I am to watch Barca play? Like I can't wait till Barcelona plays the next game, bro. I just want to see that team. It's so beautiful football. Guys, please like up Barca volume. He is a wonderful person, true Barca fan. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate you, brother. True Barca fan. Been watching Barca for over 30 years. Everything I do is watch football. It's everything I know. And I play a little bit of music as well. I play the piano. Can we just say what the stadium is? Can we just say what a stadium that is, by the way? Yeah, that would be MetLife. And yeah, that's a great stadium. Um, hey, D Money, what's up, man? The facts. PSG is better defensively. Yeah, exactly, man. That's all I'm saying. PSG has the same attack the Barca has. Like they'll just kill you with a lot of goals. But the one thing that PSG has cracked the code over Barca is the defense. And unfortunately, I don't know what Flick needs to do next season. But I thought whatever he needed to figure out, it started with having a better goalkeeper, and we got it. So let's see what else we can get as far as tweaking the defense towards next season. I want Barca to go back to those times where we can win. We can win a league title and only consider like 4 or 5 goals. That's incredible, man. When PK was there, that was crazy. It says eventually, right? They'll slow down eventually. They can't run forever. Yeah, yeah. If you weather the storm, that's why I thought that it was a better strategic game plan. If Real Madrid was gonna come out and play defense, play like you play. You've been playing this. Maybe this. Okay, had this been Ancelotti, okay, I'm gonna get into this. I told my friend Will. I call him my friend, but I don't know if he considers me my friend or not. But well, I told Will this. Will, be careful. You're letting go a coach in Ancelotti, a coach who knows how to win titles. Everything he does is knows how to win titles. He knows how to get the job done. You're not going to look good. You're not going to look the best. But one thing he knows how to do is knows how to inject in their veins to the players. Like if we're losing, we're gonna come back. Have you noticed that the comeback kings are not longer coming back as soon as Ancelotti left? Dude, watch Real Madrid. Excuse me. Watch Real Madrid. I'm watching them closely because I said, be careful what you wish for because you're letting go of a coach who's not even on the free market for a day, dude. Ancelotti wasn't on the free market for a day before Brazil picked him up in less than 24 hours. You can't just find someone like that. Like it's just how it is. What is up, Pedri fan? Are you going to be happy for Dembele if you win the Ballon d'Or? Okay, so I understand a lot of Barcelona fans are not happy with Dembele winning Ballon d'Or. I wasn't happy that Dembele left the team, okay? He promised Xavi he was going to come back, and he didn't. He left. He traitor, right? But one thing I've grown to be okay with when it comes to Dembele is that when he was here at Barca, a lot of people criticized him. I didn't. I actually thought that he was great. He just needed more coaching. He just needed more guidance, and he just didn't get it. He just didn't find his groove with Barca, and honestly, he left, right? But then after he left, he actually has said a lot of great things about Barca. He said he loves Barca. He said that Barca it's a place that he's always gonna have love for because he played there, even though he just didn't. Everything he said after he left has been great things. He's been taking pictures with Messi. He has praised Lamine Yamal. He thinks Lamine Yamal is a fantastic player. I've gotten to a point where I don't mind if Dembele wins the Ballon d'Or. I think I would give it to Lamine if it was up to me, if I had a vote. But I think it's close call because if you see even tonight, he wasn't incredibly great, but he was still one of the best attacking players. As you see, you can see how he's scoring goals. He's making the PSG team move around. I don't mind if he wins the Ballon d'Or. I'm just gonna be honest. As long as a Real Madrid player doesn't win it, I'm good. Like I'm literally good. Like PSG fans think we're gonna lose our minds by seeing Dembele. Dembele can very well deserve it. Now, I still think it's Lamine Yamal, the best player in the world. It's still Lamine Yamal. Okay, so it says I don't know how Dumfries is defensively though. We need a good defending fullback as well as their attack. Yeah, everybody wants to know Dumfries. I'm gonna give my thoughts on Dumfries as soon as I'm done with Madrid. I'm still getting it out of my system. I want to take my time. These Madridistas, man, I hate Real Madrid, guys. You guys hate Real Madrid? I have so much. I have just as much fun watching Barca destroy a team as I do watching a team destroy Real Madrid. It is just, it's hey man, I don't like Real Madrid. I don't like Real Madrid. With a few transfers, we will cook that Madrid once again, dude. Let me stop you right there. Even without any transfers, we destroyed Real Madrid. Even a strengthened Real Madrid with our regular team from last year, we still beating this team, bro. Like I'm just putting it to you like this. That defense tonight, they look so slow. They look so slow, bro. Like it's not even funny. Like it was pathetic. You know what? They look just as slow as Inter Miami defense look like. And Inter Miami defense is pathetic. Like it's utterly pathetic. The fact that Real Madrid lost 4-0 to the same team that Inter Miami lost 4-0 to, that's embarrassing. PSG made my day. Can't wait to see Dave. Well, to his credit, Dave is more objective than Will. Will is more passionate. He'll give Real Madrid the benefit of the doubt. I think Dave is a little more. I think Dave is a little more like down to earth. Like he knows football. Okay, so he doesn't lie to himself. I think Will speaks a lot of emotions a lot all the time, and I think that's the one thing that gets to him. But when it comes to Dave, I actually think Dave knows football probably more than I. Dave knows football more than I do from the way he explains it. But the one thing that he does have is he's down to earth. Like he'll say whatever Real Madrid when they play really bad. Have to be at a time where Europe and other places watch. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Ronald? How's it going, man? Thank you for stopping by. Guys, like this stream. How many likes we got? We got 29 likes, 52 people watching. Please, guys, smash the likes. We'll get to more people, and we're going to watch this number go up right here. I appreciate it, man. It says, with a few transfers, will we cook Real Madrid? I already did this one. It says, as a Barca fan, I'm happiest person on earth today. Xavi out. No, Xavi out yet. Don't let him off the hook that easy. We are coming for you. We are coming for you. I told Will, be careful. You're getting into a coach who doesn't have the experience of winning, who doesn't have any much of this kind of stuff. And now we don't know. We don't know what he's going to do. Guys, oh my goodness. What is this? Wow, brother. You know, did you know that you are the first super chat for the history of this channel? I have to applaud you, brother. Everyone like his chat donation for me, please. I really appreciate it, man. That's the first one ever. I appreciate it. I really, really do appreciate it, man. And it says, Xavi thinking that Carlos set him up with this Real Madrid team. Okay, so no, that's his fault, you know? I think this is his fault because he is the one who took the job. He was at Leverkusen with a bunch of great promise players. In the first game, I made a video. You can go look it up in my channel. I said I'm not impressed. And a lot of Madridistas were bashing me on that channel, on that video, because they said that I'm a hater and this and that. But you know what? I said this one thing. Xavi Alonso just found out that his players in Real Madrid are a bunch of spoiled brats. They're not the hard-working players that he had at Leverkusen. When you play for Leverkusen, that's a team you want to just live and die for, so you can get paid for somebody else later down the road. Like Flimpong just got paid, right? Other players like Hincapié are gonna get paid. Other players who are fantastic from this Florian Wirtz, it's the greatest example. They're gonna sweat this shirt like so much because they want to get paid by somebody else who has the budget to take him off their hands. But Xavi Alonso just found out that the Jude Bellinghams, the Vinicius Juniors, Mbappes of the world, and Luis Enrique, guys. Luis Enrique said it. Luis Enrique said this. I am going to be a better team without Mbappe. Whoa, 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 whoa. Everyone said, like, what are you talking about? Like, are you saying we're going to be better without Kylian Mbappe? How can you say this? Kylian Mbappe, one of the best in the world. Hey, scoreboard. Like, incredible, right? The way that this, and then he made it play better. But now Xavi Alonso will figure out you have to play in a different system. If you want to make this team play defense, it's not going to work. If you want to make Mbappe press, I highly doubt it. It's not going to work, bro. It's going to take a while. Dude, I wish I could spell your name. Another donation, bro. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate you so much. You have no idea. It means the world to me. Even just a $2 donation would have meant the world to me. By the way, I appreciate it, man. That's insane, man. That's second super chat, and I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. It says keep up the good work. Thoughts on Bini and Asensio, please. All right, so thoughts on Bini. I call Bini finished. And I didn't have the guts to post the video because I don't want to attract haters to my channel. But I really think that Vinicius Jr. is finished. He's a shell of himself. He still thinks he's the superstar without the superstar performance. And this is kind of my fear with Lamine Yamal sometimes because he's so young, right? He's so great. And he looks like he's one of the best, if not the best in the world. But I know he's on vacation and he can do whatever he wants. But in reality, he's partying too much. He's leaking too much stuff. He's dating. He's dating with OnlyFans models. He's wearing a 400,000 euros necklace. I don't like that. That doesn't scream to me a player who's locked in for next season. And it's okay. It's his vacation. Okay, I don't want to get people mad or anything like that. And honestly, I don't. But it's worrisome. And those worries, the same thing goes for Bini. Bini, for at one point of his career, Vinicius Jr., remember, I don't know if you guys remember this, but once Benzema said, don't pass the ball to Bini. Because he was a dribble. And if you watch basketball, Vinicius was the same version of Chris Paul. Dribble, shoot. Dribble, shoot. No playing with the team. And they said, don't pass the ball to Vini. And then a switch flip in Real Madrid. I don't know if it was actually Sergio Ramos. I don't know if it was Benzema. I don't know who that was in that locker room. I don't know if it was Modric. Somebody talked to him, and he flipped the switch, and he started being great. He started buying in to what Ancelotti was trying to sell him. And to his credit, he did amazing, and I thought he should have won the Ballon d'Or, by the way. But right now, he's just a shell of himself. And Asensio, guys, are we done with the argument about Kubarsi Asensio? Isn't it funny that now it's Kubarsi Dean, the debate? It's always the common denominators. It's always the Barca players because the Barca players are the most consistent every single season. And honestly, right now we're looking at what they're doing in Asensio. What a tournament, bro! So incredible bad. It's horrific. I can't even I can't believe it. He gave up a goal against Al Hilal. Gave up a goal. I think it was against Borussia Dortmund. And now he gives up the first goal to start things off with PSG, which is incredibly important, brother. That's insane, bro. I'm not going to lie, dude. Um, so that's kind of my thoughts on that. Dude, I think I have another super chat. I wish I see me. Oh, dude, Ronald, where's your super chat? I'm trying to find it so I can post it up. Oh yeah, it's right here, brother. Okay, dude, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. That's my third one, bro. I'm not trying to promote super chats, guys, but they're highly appreciated. I thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. If there's a topic, let me know. I'll touch on it before we get to the end of the chat. But guys, like the stream. Well, I'm trying to get to more people. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. I'm gonna give away a Lamine Yamal jersey as soon as we get to 2,000 subscribers. Unfortunately, right? I tried to buy that jersey, and it's unavailable for the United States. I guess they are prioritizing the locals because for the United States it was not available from the Barcelona store because I'm not trying to buy it at some crazy ass place where they're like just making them, right. They're not they pirate or whatever they call them. I want to buy it from the Barcelona store and it wasn't available. And now I already checked and it says sold out. As soon as I can get to 2,000 subscribers and as soon as I can get my hands on two Lamine Yamal jerseys, I'm going to give them away. I promise you. Do you think Barca will sign Nusa? So Nusa, funny enough, has been a rumor that's been resurfacing. But a lot of people have been in my comments telling me about Nusa, and I was yesterday. Yesterday I was watching Nusa for like 15 minutes. I'm probably gonna make a deep dive video on him. Honestly, I haven't watched him a lot. I know he plays for Leipzig, right? And we have a great relationship. We got Dani Olmo from Leipzig, and he's very good. The more I watched him yesterday, the more I thought that why isn't Barca going after Nusa? Like, why are we going for, it's fine if we try to get Nico Williams, it didn't work, but why are we going for these players when we can go for a player who is, if you look at my Ademola Lookman video that I posted, it's basically what I said. We're going for the Ferraris, right? The flashy stuff. We're going for the Leaos. We're going for the Luis Diaz, super expensive, right? These are weekend cards, man. Go for somebody who can work hard for you, like Ademola Lookman. And now, if I'm looking at Nusa and the pricing tag, give me that guy, man. Because honestly, that price, and if we can add him as debt for Rafinha, we don't have to make any changes in the lineup. I would absolutely love it, dude. That guy is good. That guy is really, really, really good. He needs to play for a better team like in Barca. I think we can unlock a different level if we can get a player like that. Say, waiting for the preseason already, missing Barca game, dude, you're my guy, bro. You're my freaking dude. You have no idea how much I've been dying to see Barca once again, but we have to wait, dude. Now I think it's like 2 more weeks. Maybe less. Is it 2 weeks till preseason? It could be less. Guys, please like the stream. 42 watching, 35 likes, guys. I would appreciate it so more people can come to the show. Sorry, it says Barca volume. Please call Will and make sure he's okay. I texted him. He didn't reply. He usually replies. He doesn't hide. I should call him right now just to see if he answers as I'm live. He went to watch the game. It's a little sad because when it's your first time watching your favorite team, dude, you kind of want to have that good experience, right? But it was his fault. Why would he go against PSG? I should have just went against Borussia Dortmund or probably somebody easier. Dembélé redeemed himself. Yes, Dembélé has had an incredible season. He looks like he bought into the Luis Enrique. Remember, mid-season, Luis Enrique was having issues with Dembélé. He said we didn't have Dembélé and we still lost. That's what Luis Enrique was saying. But at some point in that season, I think that they came to an understanding and it unlocks a whole new level, man. We discovered Yamal quicker because he left. So I'm grateful he left. So that's a good point, and that's a good way to put it. Because I think we would be more resentful if we were struggling, and it's like this. When you see your ex with another guy, right? and you still have feelings for her, you're gonna be upset. You're gonna be really resentful. But if you see your ex and you're dating a hottie, you're not gonna care. You don't care because what? You're already with somebody else. Your emotions are already towards somebody else. So the same thing happened here. Lamine Yamal steps in. Dembele left, so it's kind of the silver lining of things. Sometimes what seems like a bad thing for you, it ends up being the best, and that's really what happened with Lamine Yamal Dembele situation. Don't forget PSG is too fast. Yeah, they're pretty incredible fast. Yeah, I respect Madrid even when they had the Galacticos. Back in the days, if Madrid got relegated, La Liga won't be fun and watch it until Barca. No, yeah. So this is my issue with a lot of Madridistas. They always think that, honestly, they're always thinking that Barcelona should be relegated. They're always saying a lot of hurtful things, and they don't realize like why is Tebas helping this and that? Why is no, not Tebas? I meant to say Florentino. Why is Florentino helping in the Dani Olmo case and helping in this? Because Florentino is a businessman, and businessmen understand how good Barca is for La Liga, and they understand how good Real Madrid is for La Liga. So it goes hand in hand. And Carnage, then, yeah. So I bet he's crying somewhere in the corner. He's probably eating ice cream in aisle 6 because he doesn't want to go back. And I can't wait for his content to come out. By the way, I want to see what he said, what his experience was, when he was there. I'm not going to lie, man. Says can't dominate, can't dictate, no midfield, just a bunch of guys for Tony Cruz, dude. The happiest day was when Tony Cruz left because Real Madrid is a shell of himself after Tony Cruz left. They're just not the same, and I hope they don't go after Vitinha. I hope that PSG doesn't let him go, but. Hey, another super chat, brother. Hey, thank you so much, man. I don't even know what else to say, bro. Like you're just incredible, man. That's insane, unbelievable. $40, bro. Damn. I appreciate you, man. It's actually 40 euros, right? Or I don't know what the amount is, but yeah, I still appreciate it, man. That's a lot, man. Thank you so much. If you had to bench one from 3 of who would you think? If you had to bench one from front 3, who do you think? Yeah, from our front 3, Barcelona, it has to be Lewandowski. I've said this, and it's actually a pretty easy decision. It's not even close. I would have Rafinha on the left. I would have Lamine on the right. I would have Dani Olmo as a false 9. And this is where I think it gets tricky because, well, without Nico Williams, things get tricky. With Nico, it would have been perfect. This is why I was so good for this move. Because I said this many times. I wanted to have Nico Williams on the left. I want to have Lamine. I want to have false 9 Dani Olmo. And I want to have Rafinha as a Marmouche, kind of a number as a cam, but not a typical cam. It's like right behind the striker. Attack all that space because Nico plays so wide. And I know this is why La Liga stopped this because Barcelona would have been unstoppable even with a player who doesn't have all the resources that Lamine Yamal has in Nico Williams. Still having that kind of player on the left wide like that, opening up so much space for Rafinha, that would have been unstoppable. And to me, I think it's going to be Lewandowski is still there, but I would have just benched Lewandowski. Let me know if that's what you meant, though. If you didn't mean that, if you can elaborate, let me know. Who remember when Beanie tell Gavi that he's gonna win the Ballon d'Or? Of course, the streets never forget, brother. The streets never forget. It says that you never was found again. Yeah, and never was found again. After that tweet, dude, have you guys seen that movie? Like Mike, where the kid is really good because he has MJ's shoes, and then as soon as he loses them, he's not a great player anymore. That's literally how Vinicius Jr. looks like after that tweet. Like after that tweet, he lost all his powers. Excuse me, guys. It says no sweat, my goat. Yeah. So Catalan, Yamal has left Ibiza and went to China, and Nico's birthday. I think they have fell out. Mm. I can't believe Nico Williams, dude. The way he even hang out with our team just to make it look like it was going to happen, and at the end of the day he pulled out. But I think this is a lot to do with Tebas. I think Nico Williams was coming, and I think it was just to do with Tebas and putting all that doubt. Um, I apologize for trash talking volume. Ow, you apologize now, Santiago. Well, you know what? Big up to you, bro. If you want to show your face, I respect that. I respect that a lot because I've been saying this a lot. And I think that Real Madrid sometimes they'll get so emotional and they think they're back and they think, oh, Xavi back, just like Hansi Flick or whatever. Now, well, we don't know yet, but I told Will, be careful what you wish for. You letting go. I think Ancelotti would have had a better game plan tonight. He would have played more defense. He would have waited out a little more. That's the style that he plays. Xavi Alonso wanted to play blow for blow, and that's disrespecting PSG, to be honest with you, brother. But big up to you, Santiago, man. I appreciate you. I know you're a big Madrid fan, so it says, Esteban, a la Madrid, got a friend as a... a la Madrid. Biscal Barca, bro. Biscal Barca, every single time. Catalan, I'll be happy with Nusa and Banderson. Me too. I think these are two very solid options for Barca. Guys, like this stream. Before I go, I want to get to 40 likes. I was going to get to the game, but you guys are just killing the chat, man. You don't let me get to the game. And what I wanted to say is, what a huge mistake by Asensio to start off things. And Fabian Ruiz, gets that rebound, easy goal. Courtois was non-existent. Rudiger makes a huge mistake on the second goal for Fabian Ruiz. Dembele as well gets his actually the second goal on the 9th minute. Dude, Real Madrid didn't even make it to the cooling break. The cooling break, it was like 3-0. Inter Miami, you guys all laughed at Miami. You guys all laughed at Inter Miami, right? At the cooling break, that game, if I'm not mistaken, that game was 0-0 at the cooling break. So yeah, you can say Inter Miami, bro. You can laugh at Inter Miami all you want. But at the end of the day, like at the cooling break, I think it was like actually 2-0. I can't remember, but it wasn't 3-0 at the cooling break. I tell you that. And Madrid to be at the cooling break 3-0, that's so embarrassing. That's really embarrassing. Nusa is super fast and good on one-on-one situation. He got agility good on... Yeah, and what I love about Nusa the most is that I think that we don't need him to be a superstar. We just need to kind of have a more balanced team. Everything went down to the right on Lamine Yamal's side. He was making things happen in the most important game that we had, and we needed another puncher on the left flank, and unfortunately Rafinha can't do that because he's not right-footed guy, he's left-footed, so it's hard for him on that angle to do what he can do. He'll find you assists, he's good at that, he's good at numbers, but as far as making things happen on the field, that's when we really suffer a lot. But yeah, at some point I think Real Madrid, like let's take a look, okay? Let's take a look. Rudiger 4.2, dude. That's pathetic, man. Pathetic performance. One of the worst games I've seen from Valverde. But I don't know if it was Valverde, dude. It's Kvaratskhelia. It's Fabian Ruiz. It's Nuno Mendes, dude. This team is incredible, dude. Like, this PSG team is crazy. I'm telling you guys, this PSG team is freaking crazy, man. I think it's more to do about that. I think Garda Guller was dominated. Chouameni dominated. Jude Bellingham dominated. Everything you look. And Vinicius Jr., to be honest with you, where he was playing, I don't like it. I don't even think he was playing great on the left. And give credit to Xavi, though. He's trying to push the needle. He's trying to make moves. He's trying to do things. But even this PSG team, look, I'll show you. Dewey had a 7.2 in the first half. And I saw in the second half so many instances where PSG was a breakthrough trying to counter Real Madrid, and Real Madrid was just tired. 2 people at the back, 3 people at the back, and sometimes, bro, Like PSG just like waited out. Like they just stood there. Like they didn't attack. Like it looked like a scrimmage. It looked like practice. Like they weren't even trying to attack at some point. Um, and it just didn't even look serious. Like how are they just waiting? Like I don't know. In August, says Ronald. Yeah, I think it's August. I'm a Real Madrid fan. Oh wow. Okay, so that's surprising. You're a Real Madrid fan. Always looking for constructive criticism. Hey, thank you, man. That's one thing I respect. It's good to expand your horizon and to see other people's perspective of your club, and I do that all the time as well. Like I go and consume Carnage. I go and consume Dave. I'm watching. I want to see what Madridistas are saying as well. I think that's the right call, buddy. Hey, but thank you for stopping by. I hope you can subscribe to the channel. I try to be as objective as I can. If you look at my videos, especially my latest videos where I'm criticizing the club and some of the due diligence and some of the things that I don't agree with, you can see that I'm more objective than a typical Barcelona fan, to be honest. It says Bob Jeff, wow, I wish to see Tebas face Mr. La Liga en Madridista. Dude, don't get me started on Tebas, dude. My day is beautiful. My day is so positive. It's Real Madrid losing like this. I love it. And I don't want to ruin that by just going off on Tebas. Just go watch my Tebas video that I made yesterday, bro. Yesterday I made a Tebas video. Go look it up. I unloaded everything. I got all my venom out of my system on this freaking Tebas, dude, man. I'm just pissed me freaking off, bro. It just freaking pisses me off. I can't. I'm not gonna lie. Steban, who else is happy that we didn't spend 62 million euros on Nico Williams? The funny one trick pony. So you're quoting my man Buga Luis. Is that what you're doing? That would be an overpayment for at least 50 million. Bring Nusa and we have okay. So I will say this, okay? I'll say this. Okay, I get it what you're saying about Nusa, what you're saying, okay. But if we get Nusa, you're right, okay? But if we don't, and if we don't have Nico, if we don't have Nusa, then what do we have? That's my only pushback, I would say, because I am not happy that we didn't spend 62 million because I believe that Nico Williams is worth that money and it's a good investment for the future. You can still sell Nico Williams in the future, and at 62 million you can still make a profit, especially with the inflation and all that. And I think he would have. He's not a perfect player by any means, but he would have done. He would have taken that next step in his career. I thought this was worse from the Nico Williams standpoint. I think Nico needed Barca more than Barca needed Nico. I think Nico should have just taken that chance to just join Barca. I think he would have been talked about as one of the best wingers in the world with Barca next season. I truly believe that. I don't know what's happening right now, but bro, as I told you before, Lookman is the man for us. He's the technical and shows himself at big games while creating a lot of clinical chances. Okay, this is music to my ears. I made a video. Go look it up, guys. I don't know if you guys who watch live streams, if you guys watch regular videos, but I want to see you guys in the comments because a lot of you, I see you on the chat, but I never see you in my comments. I want you guys to go comment. I want to see that you see in my videos. I posted a video about Lookman, and the one thing I love about Lookman, he's a hard worker. He's not a big money signing. He's not a shiny object. You know what? You know what else isn't shiny? And this is what I said. You know what else isn't shiny? My Ford Focus, my gray Ford Focus that I drove in 2018, A to B, Monday through Friday. That, you know what else isn't flashy? That Ford Focus that got me to work every day for the last 5 years to my old job. And showed up every time, started every time. Nobody ever complimented it, but he always got the job done. To me, Lookman is my Ford Focus. It's someone who's no one's going to be excited about, but at day one, he's going to work. And day one, he's going to show up. He's going to do whatever Hansi Flick needs him to do. He's good at pressing. He's good defender. He's good at dribbling. Dude, this is my number one signing of the season. But I don't know. Barca's probably not going to do it. I don't know. This is what I would do. Let me shout out my guy here, Omar BYT. It says, hold that, Will. I told you, you guys were gonna get ran by PSG, and you did. You guys were laughing at Inter Milan, and Inter Miami, and guess what, guys? This is what happens. This is exactly what happens, guys. Like up the streams. I'm trying to get to 40 likes. If you guys allow me, I would really, really appreciate it, man. Hey, bro. I am from Germany, and I think the best option for the left wing is Anthony Nusa from Leipzig. He has everything we were searching for, and said, Barca fan, I hope we will sign him. Yes, I actually agree with you on that, but I haven't seen anything concrete as far as Barca going after him. This is why I haven't really even given my thoughts on Nusa. A lot of you were in my comments and in my chats about Nusa, but I just didn't know if Barca was really pursuing. Now, when it comes to actually signing him, I think it makes perfect sense. I don't know what Flick isn't talking to Deco yet. This is a cheaper option than Nico Williams. And the nice thing about Nico Williams, this is when you were trying to date a girl, right? In Nico Williams, you like this girl, and you want to take her out on a date, and maybe you did take her out on a date, and you really want to date her. Maybe you have a couple other girls that you're talking to at the same time, and you don't know who you like best, and but the one you really like lets you down, and she don't want to hang out with you anymore. That's a sinking feeling, but at the same time, it's like you step back and say, wait a minute, I'm free. I can go out with whoever I want. I got my time. Nobody owns me. I can go date this girl or that girl. Same thing with Barca right now. The great thing about not signing Nico is that the sky's the limit. We can get Nusa, we can get Lookman, somebody. Barcelona has to sign somebody at left wing. And I think right now it's fun to talk about all these things, but it just dawns. It's just so disappointing that when we need to hear these names and we're not hearing them from Deco and company. Um, do you think Rodri deserve Euros? Yeah, the Euros. Yeah, I think so. I think the midfielder position, right? I think you're a Pedri fan. As a Pedri fan, you will appreciate this. I don't think we give the midfielder credit as much as we give them credit. Let's put in Real Madrid, for example. They have Chouameni, they have Bellingham, and they have Guller. None of these players can dominate the midfield. When you have a guy like Pedri who can dominate the midfield, nobody sees it. I don't know how many of you play music. Okay, I'm a huge music fan. Like, I'm not a musician. I play the piano for my local church. Okay, I'll let you guys in on that little secret. I play the local piano for my church, and when we're playing at the band, right, and we're playing we're playing something like, nobody pays attention to the bass. All the attention goes to the piano, to the guitar, to the flute, to the saxophone. Nobody notices the bass. But as soon as the bass stops playing, everyone's like, look, what happened? What happened? Like, where's the bass? Like, the bass, you don't notice it until it's gone. And that's the same thing. I think Rodri did deserve, and I think Rodri also deserved the Ballon d'Or. But I think it was a close call. I thought it should have gone to Bini, because if Bini had played for Madrid, I would have said for Barca, I would have said the same thing. I thought that Bini deserved it, but giving it to Rodri wasn't that bad either. So, guys, thank you for being in the chat, guys. Thank you for getting those likes up. I'm also gonna be getting to all these chats. Guys, thank you for being in the chat, by the way. I love this. Like, when I'm not making regular videos and I'm just talking to you guys, I love it, man. I truly do. This is why I had a whole thing planned. I was gonna talk about some news for Barca, but I'd rather speak to you guys, to be honest with you. Barca, even Barca news, Barca Times, even Rashad, right? They all have disappointment lately. So why even read them, right? Like, why even read them? Like, I don't know. There's a lot of talking. Big up, Adam. What is up, my guy? Ronald, wasn't Rooney already being signed? And I'm not quite sure. Yeah. Apparently, it's not official yet, but Rooney is supposed to join Barca at these preseason games. So, as far as it's gonna get finalized, I think this week. So I think it's this week, if not early next week. But Barca, it's supposed to be. He's supposed to be joining Barca. Like, it's already said and done. Like, it's gonna happen. Your live stream rock, bro. Gracias, mi amigo. What do you guys like about my live streams? I think, I haven't talked much news. Maybe it's because I'm talking to you guys. I don't know, but you guys let me know so I can do more of that. You guys drive the show, man. I'm just here to talk about Barca. Uh, Says Beanie and Mbappe don't work. They don't complement each other, and other really Real Madrid is back, back to not doing shit. Most people see this and think that we're hating on Beanie. I think the worst thing for Madrid that could happen to Madrid was actually Mbappe. And Mbappe, it's not that Mbappe is not good. Like I would keep Mbappe. I would sell. I already said this. I would sell. I would definitely sell Bini. But the why I said the worst thing that happened to Madrid was Mbappe getting there because he created this whole thing where now like who works and who doesn't work. So it's like at the end of the day, it's like to me, I agree with you. I would let Bini go, but they're not going to do it. I don't know if they have the guts to do it. Like I don't know, but it's obvious. I would have Rodrigo on the left, but they want to ship Rodrigo to Arsenal, which I don't know why. They should just get rid of Bini. I think they can cash out on Bini like big time. This will be vintage Madrid if they sell Bini. To be honest, Will first game in person. Will's first game in person. I know. That's why I texted him. I'm like, dude, he walked in on that one. We all know that, right? Like, why would like? Okay, I'll tell you this. It's fun because I'm gonna go watch Dewey, Kvaratskhelia, Dembele, right? But if it was my first game, I would want to watch Barca. I am going to go watch him against somebody who's they're not gonna get annihilated by. Like if they're not gonna get destroyed, it's just what I would do. I'm over this Nico drama. He can't play trophy leg. Yeah, rest of his life. Yeah, I'm over it too, man. Like we're all moving on. I was gonna post another video on my thoughts on his decision, right? Because his decision, it's too safe. His decision is not ambitious. His decision, it's like I want to play for my local club and all that. But at the end of the day, I was like, I'm over it. I don't want to make any more videos about Nico Williams. I'm sure my guys will be done hearing about Nico Williams as well. But obviously, my perspective on it, like, I just think that when you're playing a professional sport, when you're playing for your local team, right, the best thing you can do is play great. And so you can get picked up by these bigger clubs with bigger responsibilities and play for bigger things. But these things are not for everyone. Competitiveness, it's not. You can't teach it. Ronald, I agree. 62 for only 12 million. I thank Tebas for preventing Nico to sign Barca. I've been hearing that. Like a lot of people thanking Tebas for stopping that. It goes to show you like this signing doesn't doesn't make us. This signing is doesn't make or break our next season. Just a few days now, and we are back. It's nice to watch the medicals and all the preseason stuff warming up for next season. Vizca Barca, dude, I'm warming up for next season, and guess what? Next season, guys, I'm gonna have a post-game show. After every single Barca game, I am going to have a post-game show. So you guys will expect a live show, a live stream after every single Barca game. And I'm thinking about, depending on your response as well, I'm thinking about a pregame. Maybe too much, but definitely a post-game show. I will stop my match reactions. This is what I'll do. Maybe a day before the games, I'll do a match preview live stream, and a day after I'll do a post game show. But the post game show will happen. I already said that before, so some of you already know that. What is going on? It says Omar BYT raid. Let's see. 7 shots on target by PSG versus 2 shots on target by Real Madrid. And the worst thing is, PSG wasn't even on full throttle. I thought that the PSG wasn't even full throttle there. Like I thought that they could play it a little better, to be honest. Come on, Sensei. Omar BYT raid. What is up, guys? Everyone is here. Omar BYT. Hold that. I already said that. Okay, hi guys. What is on, my man? What is going on? Omar in the chat. Yeah, Omar's here. Thank you guys. Mm. Omar and Jonas always stop on my live streams. I really means a lot. It's we're creating this community with content creators, and I really love it, man. I really do. How's the baby? Hoping you're getting some sleep, brother. It's hard to sleep when you have to feed a baby every 3 hours. You just have to take turns. Hopefully, you guys, people can do that, but we have a good thing going. I love it, man. It's a beautiful thing, having a baby. Like, I wanted to have, I wanted to know what it's like to have a baby boy, because I had a baby girl, and now I do. So I'm complete. I'm loving life right now. I can't lie. I can't lie. It's just the most beautiful thing you'll ever experience. It's no, people say that, and I thought it was a cliche. It's not. It's not a cliche. When you have a baby and you have it in your hands and you know it's your baby, it's incredible. You can't even explain it. But thanks for asking, though. I appreciate it. He needs to be jailed. That Tevas for real. So funny thing you said that. I heard from Miguel Galan, who is a huge lawyer, right? He got a big law firm in Spain, and he's the president of, I don't even know what he's president of, but he's president of something, right? He's a big shot. That's all I'm saying. Miguel Galan is a big shot, and he said that if Barcelona sues Tebas, Tebas loses his job, like on technicality, like he's gonna lose his job for whatever reason. Barcelona is playing it cool. I don't know why. I don't know if Tebas knows something about Barca. I don't know. I don't know. But if Barca, all they have to do is sue Tebas, and Tebas gets fired. So I don't know why they haven't done it yet. I wish they did. I rather Lookman. So you're one of my guys, Omar. You'd rather have Lookman. Yes, yes. Lookman. Yes, yes, yes. We don't need to snake players anymore. This is Nico. We don't need to snake players anymore. This Nico. I think Tebas is preventing Nico to come to Barca. Nico sucks, bro. We can't sign. We can sign Rashford for 1 season. If he doesn't do well, we buy him. If he does do well, we buy him. Yes, Lookman is great, but how much does it cost? So my understanding is that Lookman, it's less than 40. I don't. I didn't look it up on how much, but it's not that expensive. It's not super expensive, honestly. Now to your other point that we should sign Rashford. So I said this in my other video about Lookman. I talked about Rashford. I talked about my thoughts on Leao, and what I said on Rashford is this: Barcelona doesn't need a player who doesn't have an identity. Barcelona doesn't need a player who, like Rashford, to me, he lacks identity. Like, he doesn't know who he is. And Barcelona are not about to resurrect players. We're not in the business of resurrecting players. We are in the business of winning, and winning is in the best interest of the club. My problem with Rashford is his consistency. He's maddeningly inconsistent. So what's the point of having a let's say what's the point of having a new let's say not a new car, but what's the point of having a car if it doesn't start every time? Like, if it only gets you to your destination sometimes. And even with Aston Villa, I didn't think he had the best performances. So yeah, so that's my only thing my thoughts on Rashford is that he's too inconsistent. Now, if he comes out alone, which I don't think he is, I think it's gonna cost like 30 million. I'd rather put it on Nusa, who is a promised player, who is somebody up in the rise, right? I'd rather put that money. There. To just be honest with you. Mess, what's up, man? Hold that, Will. Will's gonna have a lot of fun, man. We're gonna have a lot of fun with Will. Honestly, he's not gonna want to have me on his show anymore. On his football mania thing. After I called him out I think yesterday. So Adam says, yeah, his first game. Mess is Madridiots. Like, we'll laugh at Messi losing 4-0 to PSG. Hold that absolute I don't think you were here at the beginning of the show, but that's literally how I started my stream. Laughing at Real Madrid. I have about 4 tweets that I saved them up because I knew this was coming. Like, they're laughing at PSG, and PSG is going to see you all in a couple of days. And lo and behold, it happened. Life comes at you really fast, man. Nusa, guys, I'm getting to the end of the stream. So, guys, please like the stream. And thank you for stopping by, though. Like, this has been a fire stream talking to you guys. You guys really, really crushed the chat today. You didn't even let me go to see the news because the chat was just crazy. Barca has sent scouts on Nusa. Yeah, okay. Well, I hope we can sign him. I like Nusing or Yildiz. Okay, so Yildiz was incredible against Madrid, right? But then what happened in the second half? Like Xavi Alonso made changes, and then I don't know what happened to him. But yeah, I see he looked really good. Like from what I've seen, Yildiz looks really good. But the question is, does Juventus want Araujo to in exchange for Yildiz? That would be the question, right? Lookman is 27, very expensive. Last time I checked, he was no. He's not 70 million. He's not 70 million. I wonder how much. If somebody can tell me in the chat, because I don't want to leave you guys hanging. If somebody can tell me in the chat, like how much is he worth, that would be great. Trophyless 2000 Madrid official. Dude, in my books they were already trophyless. I told Will this is not part of last season. This is next season, brother. Like if you can have new players that you didn't have last season, that's a new season to me. Yeah. So they said two man Barca fans trolling us. They said two man Barca fans trolling us as usual. I don't care. We lost. Of course you don't care. You lost. Julian. Yeah, they scouted Nusa like 10 times and more with good reports and more Luis Diaz, the number one, because Deco. But I think it won't happen with price, and then the name of Nusa will increase. I hope Nusa can increase. If we sign Nusa with John Garcia, Nusa, and hopefully Grimaldo or Banderson, I'll be happy. I'm ready for next season. Let's bring it on. They really compared Asensio to Kubarsi. I know, dude. Now, no, isn't it funny? Isn't it funny how they're not excited about Trent anymore? Isn't it funny how they're not comparing Kubarsi to Asensio? Isn't it funny how now they're comparing Asensio to Dean Housen? I'm sorry, the Kubarsi. So the common denominator, it's Kubarsi. So that's my thing. Yeah, people chat. This is you as a person and your attention to the people in the chat, and the way that you discuss Barca topics. You're calm, patient, level-handed, and muy simpático, amigo. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate you guys giving me some feedback. The more I know about my audience, the better I can be, right? So if you guys told me that, I feel like sometimes I talk too much and I get too excited. And sometimes when I'm rewatching me, I'm like, man, I need to just slow down a little bit more and talk a little less. Even when I'm with Will, like I get super excited and I start just like debating, right? But yeah, It says I'm starting to have doubts on Deco. To be honest, he's supposed to be helping Flick, but that's not what he's helping right now. Yeah. So Deco's having a good. I mean, he does a good job, but he lacks IQ. Sometimes he'll speak on refs on things that he shouldn't be speaking of, and sometimes he'll say things he shouldn't say. And I think this is where what gets him in trouble. I don't think he has the experience of a director. We need an actual director. Even as good a job as he's been doing resigning players, I wouldn't mind to have a new director. To be honest, like if we resign Laporta, if we can get another director, I wouldn't hate that so much. Yeah, no, that's big Madrid fan in Spain. Okay, so it says Adam, you know this big Madrid fan in Spain. I know there's a couple of yes, I speak Spanish. Oh, you speak Spanish? Cool, man. That's two of us. Spanish is my first language, by the way. I don't know how I'm able to speak to you guys in English. It's crazy, but I tried. I actually tried a channel in Spanish, and it failed. And I think it's more competition. But as soon as I tried English, it worked. So I haven't made it yet. I'm less than 2,000 subscribers, but to me, when I have a chat like this and people that are watching me, to me that's a success. So this channel, to me, it's already a success. Hyde, what's good, boys? Hey, Madrid lost. That's what's good, brother. Madrid lost, and that got destroyed. Your English is so polished. Did you go to school in the States? I came to the United States when I was 15, turning 16. I'm 30. I'm 38 now. I went to high school. So I went to 9, 10th, 11, and 12. I did went to some college, didn't graduate, unfortunately. Um, but yeah, I studied English for 4 years in high school. Thanks you for asking. I actually play soccer for my school too. I was pretty good. He uploaded his rant video now. Oh, okay. So Carnage already. Okay, so must have been close to his home, I believe. If he already uploaded, that means, or maybe he did it from his phone. I'm gonna go watch it after this. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, bro. Oh, hey, what up, Barca React, Jonas? What is going on, man? Real Madrid slap. Yeah, for sure. Guys, thank you for stopping by, man. I'm gonna read the chat a little faster now, and I'm gonna get out of here. But like the stream before you guys go, and so we can get to maybe 820 subscribers. We can get to some more new people. And if you haven't subscribed, by the way, become part of this community, man. I'm gonna be doing a lot of live streams. Barcelona's season's about to start, and we are gonna go hard on this. Big up Jonas, Barca reacts. What is going on, my guy? Barca volume. I disagree. I love this. I love people who come up and say disagree with me because it's always good to have disagreements. It says, I disagree with you. You're calm. That Barca is not okay. So I disagree with your claim that Barca is not in the business of resurrection. Okay, okay, because we are. We snatched Frankie from the clutchness of the hell. Same with Ferran, and even with the old guys like Aubameyang. Okay, yeah, you make a great point. I think when we got Aubameyang and we got Ferran, we got them at a place where Barcelona needed those names. Right now, Flick, the system, all the guys, the team we have right now, we're not in the business of resurrecting. That's all I meant. I didn't mean throughout history. I meant right now. I don't think Flick has the patience to resurrect. If he did, he would have done the same thing with Gavi, but basically with Araujo. And these are two players that to me they're incredible. But Flick didn't give him enough time or enough rhythm to get into a rhythm because he didn't have the time to resurrect this player. So at the same time, I think it's more what I said. It's more towards this season, the last season, and this season coming up, not throughout history. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I love disagreeing. So you guys disagree with me, let me know so we can have a discussion. But I don't deny the fact that we should be prioritizing making signings to, yeah. So yeah, we should be making signings that are making us better, not resurrecting a player like Rashford, for example. If it makes sense. Yeah, it does make a lot of sense, man. Going for, yeah, that's exactly the money. That's exactly what I meant. Like, I thought I looked it up a couple of days ago, and it was 25 to 30. It's not that much that's half the price that Nico would cost you, and he can do even more. He can play more defense than Nico. This guy it's a construction worker, man. This guy is gonna run through a wall if you ask him to. That's why I want him. That's why I want him at Barca, to be honest. He's 1 year left on his contract, yeah. So Atalanta has more pressure to sell him. So I don't know. That's what I would do. Nusa would be nice, but I'm not gonna. He's gonna be expensive. I feel like it's gonna, because Leipzig sells really well. Okay. I wonder how much Nusa would cost Barca. Smash the likes. Thank you, Jonas. I appreciate you, man. Hey, can we get to 50 likes? 3 likes away, guys. We're about to end the stream. Hey, my guy, Dali FC. Come on, my guy. Hey, thank you for showing up on a day Real Madrid gets destroyed, bro. I'm not going to lie. I unhooked my thing. Hey, Dali. Dude, I saved like probably 4 tweets from Madridistas making fun of PSG for losing 4-0 because I knew this was coming, brother. I'm sorry. I knew this was coming. And lo and behold, you guys look. I'm like, you guys are laughing at Inter Miami, a team full of people who are retired. And you do know that you're on the same bracket at PSG, the best team in the world, right? And I thought that was ludicrous. I know you're not that guy. You're very professional. You're very, very smart, very objective guy. Guys, go. You know, we were talking earlier about, you know, watching other Real Madrid fans watching us and us watching Real Madrid fans. Great content, man. If you subscribe to Dali FC, I'm probably gonna have him on my show once we get into next season, we're already discussing this. So we are going to have a live stream. Dali, if you're watching, I said this. I think Madrid made a mistake. They went all out in this tournament. They delayed Bellingham's injury surgery, and now it's going to cost them like 6-7 games in the next season. That was a mistake. Paying the 10 million for Alexander Arnold, that was a mistake. I thought that they just went all out on this tournament, and at the end of the day, like you never know what's gonna happen. So they should have just got that Bellingham surgery, and he should have just been ready for next season, in my opinion. So, but yeah, man, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you, man. Like, yeah. So, and if you guys want to subscribe to a Madrid channel, who is actually very very objective, then that would be Dali FC. Yeah. So yeah, I've seen the reports that Leipzig play hardball. Yeah, they do. Real Madrid going straight to preseason without a break. Exactly. That's my problem with the Club World Cup. That there's no breaks. There's no breaks. Like 2 weeks before and then 2 weeks after. Like it's now that Real Madrid is praying La Liga to delay some games so that they can have the proper rest from players. And I understand it, but we knew this going in, and Tebas isn't one to like this cup anyway, so they're not going to do Real Madrid any favors. I don't think. Yeah, it says, I love Nusa, but it feels like Rashford will happen. I hope not. I hope we can go for a younger player who can grow in the team rather than a player who needs to be resurrected, who doesn't even know who he is. I don't want Rashford. I'm just going to put it like this. Okay, I'm not going to say I don't want him. If we get him on a loan, I'm fine. I'll say that. If we get him on a loan, I'm fine with Rashford. But no paying 20 to 25 to 30 million. Hell no, bro. Hell no. No pay 30 million for Rashford. No, please no. No, he didn't upload it. I was just about. Okay. So I thought he was. Yeah, a Spanish fan for I will. Yeah, so I thought Will uploaded his video already because he was at the game. We all know he was at the game. So we'll see when Will uploads his stuff. I hope Deco opens his eyes when accept that he can't get Diaz. Dude, I already got the thumbnail for Luis Diaz. I am going to go on a rant maybe tomorrow about Luis Diaz and the delusion from Barcelona, right? They always want to sell you that we're going after this player. We're going after that player. They're so expensive. They're so expensive. And at the end of the day, it's like we can't register them. Like it's so delusional. I hate that we're going. Why aren't we going for the Nusas? Why aren't we going for the Lookmans? We need to go for cheaper players that we can register more freely. You know what I mean? The only team Barcelona can beat this is well, we don't know. This is why I wanted Barca to go through against Inter Milan. Not just for Barca to win the UEFA Champions League. I wanted Barca so that we can play up against this PSG team. I'm so curious to see how Barcelona can stack up to this team because they're very similar teams. Dali FC, I mean, it happens. Yeah, they had a decent run. Yeah, they did have a decent run. Facts, bro. Leipzig is not letting Nusa. Okay, we'll see. Leipzig didn't play international next year. I think Nusa wants to come to Barca. Okay, so if Nusa wants to come to Barca, I think that's interesting because I think that goes a long way when you're negotiating over a player who actually wants to come to Barca. Guys, I'm gonna get to the end of my stream for two reasons. One is that I need to get going, and another one is because I think my camera is gonna shut off pretty soon. Because this camera, once it gets to a certain temperature, like it shuts off, and I don't want to leave you guys hanging. Big up Dali says, hi. Dali has his shameless moments at times, but he's decent. Yeah, he has good content. Dali FC, you're so screwed. Barca are about to cook you again in the Clasico. I don't think, dude. After I watched this World Cup for Real Madrid, I don't think they're excited about seeing us next season. That's my takeaway. Holy crap. Why do we bark so reactively all the time? Barca volume. We are too good for this Madrid team. They can't defend. They can't defend us. PSG proved that. Dude, PSG just ran through them. Yeah, and there was so much spacing, and every time they had the ball, they were like literally stopping. Like they weren't even trying to attack anymore, and they were just getting to the space every single time. And there was like two, I think it was two goals, at least one, but I think it was two that were offsides. Two goals that were offsides. Can you imagine? This would have been a historical beatdown. I'm looking forward to October as well, but damn, bro, I see how the team looks while we're I see how the team look while we're in Asia. Yeah, I think Lamin's over there already. So yeah, so guys, we got to 50 likes. There's 30 of you watching, and everyone who stopped by, man. That I'm so grateful for you guys. And Juve is stopping by now. Says big up, Miguel. I was at the stadium, and I was loving the Madrid cookout. PSG is scary, man. Yeah, PSG is the best team in the world for a reason. They're on the verge of reaching. Dude, it would be funny if Chelsea beats PSG because PSG is about to do something it's never done before. Because they can win everything and have a perfect season, get the Golden Boy, and get the Ballon d'Or winner. Like they're literally gonna sweep the whole world. Like incredible, and they're about to do this thing. And who's there to say they won't? But the fact that they're in position to do this is it's insane, and it just physically and resourceful. So many bench players who can come in and do great things. They have that second gear even after they put in bench players, bro. So at the end of the day, like I mean, I don't know. I don't know who can beat this team. Only Barca. I think only Barca can beat him. Barca volume. Real Madrid. Real Madrid even think of playing high line with us. Yeah, like against us. It's over. Yeah, that's the problem. Like Xavi has this style to play like Barca does, and his style is high line, high press, and have the ball. They want to have the ball. The same thing with Barca. And they're playing like that against Barca, who does this they do this like to perfection, right? We're good on attack, transition. We're good on the ball. We're good playing with the high line. We already perfected this. So if they play us like this, the same way, that would be a mistake, in my opinion. Ha ha ha. So you were at the game though. That's really cool, man. You were at the game. That must have been amazing to watch Real Madrid and their demise 4-0. That should have been a 6-0 to be honest. Madrid fans gotta hold that. Exactly, man. Hey, Juve Cornercast. Yeah, we gotta talk too, buddy, because I know you reached out and I appreciate that. And yeah, we're gonna put in a good show sometime, and we're all gonna talk to each other and make a good show for people who love watching us. Dali FC too scared to answer. But guys, that is it for me today. I appreciate it, man. Like before I go though, if you guys are still here, let me give you quick thoughts on Barca times. Let me see what's up right now. Familiar territory. The familiar territory. That's really funny, dude. That is really funny. It's 10 times more. And then Rafinha, okay, that's a little funny too. But yeah, where's the Club World Cup? Yeah, I think they made a big mistake. I want to see if there's anything worthy. I know Chesney had an interview today. I know he said a lot of great things about Lamine. Dude, have you guys seen Lewandowski though? He's been working now. That man is posting like he's coming back for a vengeance next season. I wonder if he's gonna have a chip on his shoulder, and I hope so. We need Lewandowski to cook next season, especially because we're not getting anyone else. So it was a little disappointing, guys. I didn't want to talk about this. This is exactly why. Before I do that, it looks like Araujo doesn't know if he's staying or leaving because he said if it's up to me, if it's on my side, I'm staying. It looks like Barcelona is trying to deal him, and I think he's trying to send a message there. But I don't know. We'll see. This one says, Justin, right? The city council thinks Barcelona it's unlikely for Barca to return to the Spotify Camp Nou against August 10th for the Gamper match. And I'll end with this. That's my thing, guys, with Barca sometimes that I don't like. It's the front office. It's the way that sometimes we overpromise, we overhype it. Why tell us that we can play the Camper at the Camp Nou if we can't? If the city's coming out to say that we can't do that, why overpromise? And I remember A wise man once told me this, and you guys can use it in your lives. I have a business, right? I run a business. And in my business, I try to under promise and over deliver. I try to undersell and oversell. And that's the thing that Barca doesn't know how to do, bro. I think Barcelona doesn't know how to under promise and over deliver. They need to learn that concept. Like, why would you promise me we're gonna be at the Camp Nou? Why would I promise you that I can get a job done for you in a week and then I take 2 weeks? I'd rather promise you that I'm gonna take 2 weeks, that I'm gonna take 3 weeks. You know what? I'm gonna take 3 weeks and I get the job done in 2 weeks. I already know I'm gonna get the job done in 2 weeks, but I'm gonna tell you 3 weeks so that you're not disappointed. And I think that's the issue with me with Barca. Like they overpromise and underdeliver, and it should be the other way around. And the fact that if we can't be at the Camp Nou, dude, I'm gonna hate it because I'm being so excited. Barca volume, we just need to sign a faster fullbacks. I agree. I think that makes us even stronger. Yes, we need faster fullbacks. I agree with you. I'm waiting. In Carnage video, man, bro was talking mad shit about Messi. Exactly, bro. They're so shameless. I don't know why they talk about Messi. Messi is living the life. He's happy with his family. He's happy in Miami. He's basically retired, and he still has it, dude. Like, he's still making things happen for Inter Miami. There's no imagine, dude. Imagine having a whole career and having a whole Messi's career and being hating him. That's stupid, man. But guys, thank you for stopping by. Expect videos. Expect more videos. I have the Luis Diaz coming up. I have a Lamine Yamal. Some of you guys, I know some of you guys are going to give me some pushback on that. I have a Lamine Yamal and about his off-season stuff. I'm going to give some thoughts, some perspective video coming up. I don't know if it's tomorrow or the next day. But guys, stay tuned. Activate the notification bell. Become part of this community. We're growing extremely fast. Almost 2,000 subscribers. I really appreciate you all. And guys, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bisca.